Hello, this is Tim. I'm here again. This month we're reading The Making of America. And again, because I think America's being remade, and I think we need to know how we got here. What was the foundation of the other Americas? And at some point we'll deal with Civil War. But I want to go back to the very foundation because we're building new foundations and we need to know that. And we'll deal with that in another time of how we're going to have to think and how we're going to have to function going forward if we're going to survive as a species and if we're going to survive as a society in any kind of organized way. So today we're dealing with religion plays a big part in this society. A spiritual earthquake on the nation's western frontier, a mighty torrent of Christian fundamentalism, the Second Great Awakening, raises a ruckus. Billy Graham would have known just what to do if he had found himself at Cane Ridge, Kentucky in 1801. Like the wandering preachers around him, he would have jumped onto a wagon or a stage and begun making a joyful noise unto the Lord, promising sinners redemption and salvation through a personal encounter with Jesus Christ, mankind's Savior. For the Reverend Graham's ministry, like that of Joel Osteen, Jerry Falwell, and other Christian evangelists of our day, still draws on the deep well of Christian revival practices, whose waters were first tapped in the mighty religious upsurge in the early 19th century, the Second Great Awakening. Just as the nation's political energy shifted westward as wilderness clearings grew into lively towns, these new religious impulses didn't look back to the Calvinist churches of Massachusetts or the Episcopal cathedrals of Virginia for inspiration. No, this raucous, energetic form of Christianity bore the raw-boned stamp of its frontier origins, a wild and woolly hooting and hollering form of religion. It emphasized the personal experience of a spiritual rebirth in which the soul was cleansed, restored anew by baptism, then enlisted in the mission of spreading or evangelizing the good news of the gospel. Now remember, they're clearing wilderness. Go back to my video, Your Land is My Land. The preacher who led the revival called it the Second Great Awakening, in homage to the upsurge of religious enthusiasm that had rocked the colonies in the early 1700s, led by such preachers as Jonathan Edwards. The hallmark and drawing card of the movement was a new invention, the camp meeting, in which settlers from many miles around converged on a large campground to hear a variety of preachers hold forth. That such get-togethers allowed lonely frontier folk an opportunity to socialize, trade and barter goods, talk politics, and pitch a little woo, no doubt played a large role in their enormous popularity. But why tell the preacher that? So your religious ceremony is supposed to be more than just a social gathering and a feel-good thing. The defining moment of the new evangelism was the 1801 gathering at Cane Ridge, where as many as 25,000 people came together at a time when Kentucky's largest city, Lexington, had a population of 1,795, filled with the sounds of hymns and the cries of weeping, saved sinners. This joyful, muscular new Christianity pushed aside the predestination and gloom of the old Calvinists, while it moved the emphasis away from one's formal denomination to one's personal experience of Christ. Like today's fundamentalists, it preached a second coming in which the righteous would prevail and sinners would wail. 2 centuries later, that first frontier revival remains the seminal wake-up call of American evangelism. And again, we see that religion plays a part, But all you people who think religion is different from politics, they tell you, not in America. If you're doing your religion, there's no political aspect to it. There's no social aspect to it. There's no community aspect to it. I don't know what it is. Um, it's not Christianity, and it's not religion. It's just, I don't know what to call it. Thank you for your support. Until next time, um, please take care of your mind, take care of your body, and be safe.